Hello, and welcome to the CDO Magazine interview series. My name is Mike Meriton. I am co-founder and COO for the EDM Council, and we're partnering with CDO Magazine, MIT CDO IQ, and the International Society of Chief Data Officers in a series of interviews. Today, I have the pleasure of talking with Rob Howes, founder of D.A.T.A. and TechAid. Welcome, Rob. Can you tell us a little more about this initiative? We've all been reading to some degree of horror of all the things going on in Ukraine. And I think each of us now want to do something to help if we can. So over to you.
I'd like to take you back to the 12th of March, which was a Saturday. It was a Saturday morning around 8 o'clock in the morning. And if I'm honest with you, I had a little bit of a hangover and I was just there sort of feeling sorry for myself. And I decided to delay my rest and put the news on. I wanted to catch up with the events that were going around the world. And I was shocked and horrid at what I saw. Rocket attacks, buildings being blown up, civilians being killed. And I just felt helpless and distressed by what I was witnessing. It's really strange to me that I'm relaxing in my comfortable home in the UK. The world is getting back after lockdown. We're going back into the office. And yet this horror is going on within Ukraine itself. So I decided that there could be a possibility of us as a network, as a community of data leaders and just members of this community to come together and do something positive and good for the people of Ukraine. So I decided to send out some WhatsApp messages and some LinkedIn messages. And within 30 minutes, I had half a dozen people immediately volunteering to join forces and do something good. And they asked me, what's the plan? We want to do this. And I said, there is no plan. I'm just lying in bed sending messages. But fast forward a few weeks, and we took a germ of an idea and it flourished into something really exciting and quite humbling, actually. We had a meeting around my kitchen table with a bunch of friends, and we came up with this strategy and vision around raising money for the people of Ukraine.
Wonderful. And Rob, you reached out to the EDM Council and CDO Magazine, and I'm a big believer in synchronicity. The right people at the right time for the right cause do really good work. And so we were grateful to hear from you. And as COO and co-founder of the EDM Council, we're very proud to be involved in both us, CDO Magazine, have made a commitment to be corporate sponsors of this initiative. Can you highlight for us some of the other organizations that are stepping up and getting involved?
Well, firstly, I'd like to thank the EDM Council and CDO Magazine for their very generous financial contribution and also support to spread the news about our initiative. I look at this in three different categories. We have at the top level, we have industry bodies like EDM Council, like Women in Data, and obviously D.A.T.A UK. But also at a company level, we have a whole range of data software companies as well as consulting companies. A few examples being D.A.T.A, Challenge Marketing, Big ID, and Solidatus. And then at an individual level, we have some very high profile CDOs and data leaders who are part of our ambassador team or our supporters team. People like Doug Laney, Peter Grinrod, Barry Panayi, and of course, Peter Jackson.
These are all names. I recognize them. They're leaders in their companies and known in the industry. Rob, one area I wanted to just ask you is exactly what is this money to be used for so that the audience listening in can know what help are we planning to provide?
Well, initially, we decided to do a 6-week agile sprint to raise $1 million to buy 10,000 medical kits or first aid kits. Wow. So one kit equals one life.
Well, that's a direct way we can each help out. And that inspired us at the Council and CDO Magazine to do two things. Number one, on May 5th, we had the Global CDO Conference. So Rob, we were pleased to bring you into the agenda. It came together quickly and to reach thousands of CDOs worldwide and get the word out. And then number two, we were inspired to help out directly ourselves. So there are other examples where data is doing good in the world. Do you mind pointing to some others? And I think at the end, people are going to want to know, how do I get involved? How do I help the people of Ukraine with this data initiative?
Well, it's interesting. I think we've all seen that there's a huge appetite to use data to not only drive smarter business decisions and practices, but also to do good for the planet and the world and humanity. There are a whole range of organizations that have been established. People like organizations like Data for Good, Data Kind, and I've even heard of the Data for Good Festival. I kind of think that kind is the new cool. And during the pandemic, Collibra, who's the company that I work for as an AVP of sales, launched a free public COVID-19 data catalog. And this is all about bringing data for researchers and data scientists that can use that data to make fast decisions. A couple of examples. One is to track the spread of the disease, help understand where medical supplies should be sent and what hospitals need more staff. But this is just one example. Many, many companies are getting behind this, and it's really humbling and awesome.
Okay, Rob, for goals in the next few months, and also how do people get involved? What do we do now?
Well, originally, as I said, this is a 6-week sprint, and we're halfway through that sprint. So we're week 3. We have to take a vote after that 6-week sprint to see whether we mothball the whole thing or whether we continue with our next project. We have a roadmap of ideas. A lot of people have come forward with ideas. One that's really caught my eye personally is an opportunity to buy 100 ambulances and send them to Ukraine.
Well, it's all about saving lives right now, and it's been brutal what we've been witnessing on TV, and we're only seeing a fraction of some of the things going on where people need help now.
Exactly. So in terms of how do people get involved, to answer your other question, well, we're actually a victim of our own success in that we just seem to have timed this just right, in that we're having a tsunami of support, of inbound interest. And because we're all unpaid part-time volunteers, we've got jobs, we're running businesses, and we don't necessarily have the bandwidth to do all of this. So we need help to support us. And really, there are 2 key areas. One is to donate, and I'm talking about corporate donations as well as individual donations, which can be done on our website. And the second one is to share. And what I'm talking about sharing the news and amplifying the message across your personal networks. So we've had, for corporate donations, we'd have everything from $2,000 right up to $50,000. And we're hearing rumors of one company that's considering a donation of $100,000. So I think if we continue with this wave of interest and support, and with the help of organizations like the EDM Council, I am confident that we're going to meet our target of $1 million. Awesome.
And Rob, first of all, thank you for waking up in the morning and thinking we all could get together to do this. Without that original inspiration, we wouldn't find a way to help like we are now. And I'm really excited to hear 3 ways to help. Be a champion in your company to have them help out and make a donation, which would be awesome. Number 2, you can individually donate, both you and your friends and colleagues. And 3, get the word out. Please share the link and put it into LinkedIn, Twitter, any of the social media apps. And if there's conferences coming out where you think this could be brought up, let us know. I think we're all trying to pitch in and make a difference now, or as quickly as we can. So Rob, thank you very much for being the inspiration behind this. And now on to everyone else to help out.
Thank you, Mike.
And for everyone listening in, please visit cdomagazine.tech for additional interviews.